News reports and rumors of the PCR test requirement coming back just 1 month after Colombia removed the entry rule have now been officially refuted by the Ministry of Health. So last videos, there was a whole hoopla about, are they going to have a PCR test? Are they not going to have a PCR test? They removed the PCR test, and this judge came out of nowhere to say, hey, these tourists coming from, outside, they need to do a PCR test. So for about a week, people were stressed out. And officially, I could say that now, Colombia's Minister of Health, Fernando Ruiz Gomez, has confirmed that travelers can still enter Colombia without bringing a negative PCR test with them, despite the new ruling a Bogota judge made to try and reinstate the PCR test requirement. The health ministry also, they issued a press release stating that the impossibility of complying with the ruling of a Bogota judge in regard to requiring all travelers not only bring a negative PCR test, but also quarantine for 14 days upon arrival. Now, can you believe this? Imagine you traveling to Colombia, you're going there for 2 weeks, right? But hey, you have to be in quarantine for 14 days. So what's the point? What would be the point of traveling to a destination and be in isolation for 14 days? So this is what Mr. Ruiz Gomez stated. He said this: it puts us in a very complex situation because it somehow superimposes individual rights over collective rights. Damn right. Which is what prevails in a condition like the one we are experiencing in the pandemic. That would lead us to quarantine more than 120,000 in December, of which 80,000 would have a negative test. So as long as the Ministry of Health does not change the norm and impose the PCR test, people will be able to continue traveling. So that's good news. That's fantastic news. The Ministry of Health suggests the ruling by the judge cannot be complied with, as it directly contradicts previous rulings regarding the government's policies and strategies for effectively managing the pandemic, and refuses to accept the recommendation publicized by the Pan American Health Organization. Pretty much, it's a no-go. If you want to travel to Colombia, you could feel at ease. You don't have to do none of that. I think you still have to fill out that app online, so when you get there, they know where you're going and all that stuff, but you don't got to show up with a PCR test. In a tweet by the health ministry earlier today, a quote from Gomez was shared where he has also debunked the effectiveness of travelers bringing negative tests with them, as they could very well contract the virus while in transit, making the negative results ineffective. So this is a whole shit show, in my opinion. 1 week, you got to have a PCR test. Next week, you don't got to have a PCR test. 1 week, quarantine. Next week, no quarantine. I mean, damn. Can we just take our precaution? They want us to wear a mask. Fine, we'll wear a mask. And for those that have chicas in Colombia, for those that want to visit the beautiful, beautiful landscape of Colombia, obviously they're saying that we're in a pandemic, but every other week it's something new. But that's why I'm here, to give you the news, to let you know what's going on, to let you know qué está pasando in Colombia. So thanks again for watching the video. Please like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you've made it to Colombia since I started doing updates about a month and a half ago. Are you in Colombia? Let me know what's going on. See you guys next time. Hasta luego. Peace out.